On the last episode of Angie Does Stuff.
I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week when I do more stuff. Bye.
She did not in fact see you next week, and she did not film herself while doing more stuff.
Hey y'all, I'm Andy. Welcome to my channel where I do stuff. It's been a while, but okay, I have to show y'all this, I'm sorry. Bang. This is a devil's head, I believe. Another one right here. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so what I was saying is, yeah, it's been a while. I am sorry for that. I have been working on my house, doing stuff like that. But ultimately I was having some struggles because I was like, well, I have a video channel where like I take people on adventures and they're supposed to see like, rocks that I find and things like that. And I haven't found anything. I get like what I think is good information. I go out and look and then I don't find it. So I haven't really had like a whole lot of video footage. And so I haven't been doing it. But then someone brought it to my attention that just going out and having an adventure is considered doing stuff. So I took the advice and here we are. I'm out in the Chihuahuan Desert. I'm in Eddy County. I'm just running around and kind of seeing if I can find anything. We're out on state land. So I haven't been out here for work because it's state land. I don't even know what to say. It's been so long since I've done this. But anyway, yeah. So come along with me and see what stuff I'm doing today. There is a roasting midden right there. And I found a little flint chip. I'm sure there are tons more around here, but this is kind of in a weird spot. There are several of them in a row right here. There's another one over here, and I think there's one further back over here. And there's no real road that comes over here. There's no real reason for people to be here, so this one may not be too messed up. I'll kind of talk you through it when we get over there. I was stumbling over my words in the video, so I'm going to give you this voiceover now. So I call this a midden, I call it a roasting pit. All of these terminologies are kind of the same. So midden circle, mezcal pit, ring midden, donut midden, circle mound. They all mean the same thing. And the shape with one side of the ring kind of higher than the other seems to be widespread all over the Southwest, from parts of Texas and all the way into northern Chihuahua and into Baja California. It's really hard to tell if these have been vandalized or if, because sometimes the mescaleros still come out here and perform like rituals and ceremonies, and they do traditional cooking and stuff like that. So sometimes it's hard to tell if it's been like legitimate usage or like what's happened, because I'm not an archaeologist. So I come out here and I see this and I'm like, oh, it looks like someone's been digging in here. Well, I don't know. But they would layer stuff, and then all the stuff that they were going to cook would go between those layers. And anyway, as the rocks heat up over and over again, they'll pull the rocks out and toss them off to the side. And so as you look around out here, there are a lot of little burned rocks that have been tossed out. Because once they get to be too small, they're kind of useless for heating purposes. And so a lot of times when you come out and look at these, you'll find animals have burrowed in them a lot of times as well. Because there are seeds and vegetation material that's still in here. And then sometimes you also find species of cactus and stuff around the edges that would not normally be here because they brought it from somewhere else and brought it here to cook it. And those seeds just persist. So yeah, this is a cooking, an oven type thing. And there's another one right there, and there's another one right there. And there may be more of them out here too, and I just don't see them. But because the people who frequented the area were kind of nomadic, well, I mean, they weren't kind of nomadic, they were seasonally. You don't find a whole lot of pottery and stuff. You find the flint chips and stuff, but normally they didn't carry just like a ton of pottery with them. And a lot of times they would use pine tar on like pine needles that had been woven. So they were very lightweight, but waterproof, like jars and baskets and stuff. I have never seen one of those or even parts of it in person. But I'm hoping someday with enough running around, I might be able to find some, or parts of it at least. I don't think they weather very well. But anyway, regardless, this is very, very cool. You can see burnt rocks here. And then when they get hot over time, they crack. And so, yeah, a lot of these rocks that you see on the perimeter are burnt. They've been tossed out. Okay, be back. Yeah, so how about if we quit doing stuff like this? This a mylar balloon that's out in the middle of the Chihuahuan Desert. It did not make it up to Grandma in heaven, so quit doing balloon releases. There's no reason for it. None. It trashes everything up. Sometimes these things land in people's pastures, and farm animals aren't smart. They try to eat it and they die. So quit doing this kind of crap, please. I look at everything when I'm out here. So I believe this is a claret cup. I am not sure. I will check that later. But yeah, when I'm out, I look at all the cactus too, because it's cold. This is a nice one that's pretty big. I don't know how to flint out, so someone could probably look at this and tell you exactly how it was made and why it looks that way. I'm not that person. Oh, but since we're at it, I have been told this is pisolitic limestone. Here's a bigger piece. I thought they were stromatolites, and then I thought they were like otoliths or something. Anyway, yeah, that stuff is out here everywhere. Very cool. And then you also have iron oxide popping out. Here's some more of the limestone. Very reefy. Lots of really cool stuff on the ground out here. Okay, so here is some kind of lichen. I have no idea what kind it is, but I can find out for you. And there is a nice chip. There's another piece of burnt rock. Another piece of flint. Oh, that's like agate. You can see the banding. Very cool. I'm not entirely sure because I am not an archaeologist, but if you look at this, there's a stake over here, there's a metal pole there, and all this stuff kind of looks like it's been churned up. It could be animals, it could be people, I don't know. They probably did an archaeological survey out here. That's also how the rocks got piled up. But it could also be that there was just a bunch of people who came out here and looted the stuff instead. And then real archaeologists came out and found that it had happened, or someone reported it, and then they also marked it. So I have no idea. There's a nice one. It's pretty. Here's a flint chip. And of course some of it's animal burrows. We're also in karst area, so who knows, any of these could possibly go to a cave as well. I have no intention of finding out. We are in mountains where they have caves everywhere. So if I suddenly disappear...
Goodbye, YouTube. Goodbye.
Kidding. That is a beautiful piece of flint. Just thought I'd point that out. Okay, so we're at the second midden. And here's some more of that awesome limestone. I love this stuff. I don't know how well it polishes, if at all. I've got a ton of this material at home, and I will plan on doing a video where I polish it, or at least attempt to polish it. So sometimes you come and visit these, and there's like holes, and I don't know. Again, I'm not an archaeologist. A lot of times that could be from either the animals that are digging up, like roots and stuff like that, or it could be activity from people coming out here and using them as they were intended, or it could be people poaching cactus, because they do grow on the middens, and it's not like you would need to poach this. I mean, these are pretty prolific, but there are a few endangered and rare cactus that are out here. I can't identify them, but they do exist, and for someone who does know how to identify them, they may... There's a flint chip too. That one looks like it has inclusions of single cell organism that's reefy, marine. Anyway, something else I've noticed is I find bullets out here constantly. People in this state just love to shoot things. So there's a pretty pink flint chip. I actually came over here assuming that was going to be an illustration of my claim that people shoot everything, but that's natural. This time, I don't think this is mono, simply because I don't see where it's been ground down like humans. Although it is kind of out of place here. If you look around, all of this is like pretty jagged, like craggy mountain stuff. So this was probably brought up here because you can't see it, but down there's a draw. That's the water source. And that's the third midden. More looks like things have been dug up or dug out. I don't know. Sometimes people come out here looking for stuff. I just can't tell if it's been like vandalized or if it was an animal, but you can see all of the burnt rock. And I just think that's pretty cool. Normally you can't tell because they don't dig it all up, but with some of the limestone right here. So I guess this is like a knife or a scraper that was left here on the fire pit. Or it broke on them or something. I have no idea. Or maybe they were practicing. I'm not an archaeologist. But a funny thing was brought up, like, where'd you leave my knife? Fire pit. I'm pretty sure little kids got in trouble all the time for the same stuff that we get in trouble for now. Just kind of different. Okay, well, we're off to a different area to continue exploring. If you look up there, you can't see it from here, but that is where the 3 roasting pits are. And you come down into this wash that at one point was probably pretty reliable for water, at least seasonally, since the people who frequented this area were seasonally nomadic. So some of the things that they used around here were mesquite and then pinyon pine, which is becoming quite endangered in this area. This is mountain laurel that's right next to me. I don't think they use the beans for that, but and I'm sure there's other stuff I can't even think of that right now that they used. But yeah, this is 100% man-made. We find a lot of things look pretty natural. Like I was saying earlier, like we see enough of these where we should know just right off the bat looking at it whether or not it's natural or not. But yeah. It's so cool. I'm gonna keep looking. And here's another one. And I was just saying, well, I don't think they usually build them like too close to the water because, you know, you get a flood and then it's covered up and you went to all that trouble to make a hole and you can't get to it. Well, there's one right there. And there's a pretty deep drop off right there. Nice. It's just amazing. So cool. Well, it looks like there are a couple more right here. I was just debating, like, how do they decide where they're going to put them? These are so far from where those roasting pits are. Because, like, we're over here. You have to go down and across, and they're up there. So, it looks like there's another one down there. I don't know. And of course, seeing this makes me think maybe I need to come up on this side and go look, because maybe there's something over there. Okay, we're going to continue to look. Here's the other one. It's very... I don't know. My knees can't imagine crouching down, grinding on anything for any length of time. There's another one over here. This one is not a great one, though. It's got like a bunch of craggy, like... Maybe it was great for them. Sometimes it's hard living out here. But like today, it's not one of those days. There's one little tiny blossom on this ocotillo. It's beautiful. Beautiful out here. And then the whole reason I came up here is because I saw that cactus. Had to come up and see what was going on. And there's another one right there. I could see its silhouette standing down there. And to come look. Just cactus. It's always just cactus. I was like, oh, there's a rock on top of that rock. I need to go see what it is. No, cactus. I am hungry and kind of tired, and so I'm going to make my way back to the truck. If I find anything, I will let you know. Okay, well, as per usual, bullet. Always a bullet. Had a really good day. I'm not really ready to go home, but I'm hungry and I'm tired, so kind of dictates what happens next. You know, here's another flint chip. Yeah. Oh, and there's a little tiny spider right there. Can you see him? What? Here he is. Hi, little guy. Remember how I said this is like karst and cave country? Oh, this big hole. This is like solid limestone. There's a hole in it that was not created by man. And I have no idea how far it goes in there. I mean, it's not that big, but like... I kicked a rock earlier and I was like, oh, it sounds hollow under here. Maybe it is. Alright. I know it. I'm like, oh, I'm going home. Yeah, well, okay, I am. I had to show you all this. This is mammalia. I think it's mammalia. I'll look it up. But this is just a cactus that's wedged between two rocks. And it's kind of like all wrinkly, but I thought it was really cool. Nature finds a way. Trying to drive out of here, and I noticed this right here. I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but this is another midden, and it has been basically flattened out and kind of decimated. And you find these a lot too, where they're just like, they've been taken apart, dismantled, whatever. Sorry about the wind. It's one of the reasons I'm going back home now, because the wind's dead. So this is what it looks like when it starts to go away, which I guess eventually they all will, huh?
Okay.
Thanks. So this one's a little different. This one is a horse cruppler, and it is one of my favorite cactus ever. They usually have like bright pink flowers in the springtime. But the reason they are called that is because horse comes and steps right there in the middle. It crushes around their hoof and like sticks on it. Well, y'all, that's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you have been around from the beginning, or if you found me during my little break, either way, I appreciate you so much for being here. And I hope you will come back. I'm not going to say next week when I do more stuff, because I don't know when that will be. Don't want to lie to you. But I plan on picking this back up. There's too much to show and too much fun to have and do and not experience it with people. So I would love to share more of this. And if there's anything that you have information-wise that you feel like you have to share, about something that we saw today, then for sure, speak up, leave a comment, let me know what you think. And yeah, see you in the next one.